I want y'all to notice something about this 50-50 I can't pay the mortgage trend of women who don't pay to begin with pranking their husbands. Not only are the women giggly because they're so taken care of and proud of their husbands, every single husband loves it because they take pride in providing for the woman they love. They don't see it as a burden. She needs to go out and bring something to the table. No, her energy, the way she pours into her husband, the way she loves him is enough for these men. There's also all different types of men. These videos are being filmed in big mansions, sparkly condos, starter homes, regular apartments. It ain't a money thing. There's rich guys, there's normal guys. It's a mindset thing. These provider men see it as an honor to have their woman not touch a bill on the house. They love it. All the 50-50 men who demand that their wife go work, not support her in a career she wants to pursue, but demand with an attitude of entitlement that she go work, view providing for a woman as a burden. They see it as a hardship. The provider men see it as a privilege. Two different types of men. I would never expect 50-50 men to understand provider men because they're on a totally different frequency. They have a poverty mindset, they don't live in a world of abundance, they're greedy and about themselves, and they don't view women as a prize in the way that provider men do. Just like pit bulls and golden retrievers are both dogs, 50-50 men and provider men are both men, but they're from two different universes. Never pick the man who views you as a weight he has to carry on his back. Pick the man who's proud to do his best to take care of you.
Understand what these boys don't understand. 50-50 is for broke boys. It will make you less of a man.
He's 100% right. But can we talk about how unsustainable that idea is, especially for millennials and younger, and even some of the Generation X people? So I know a couple that followed this to the T. They believed that it was the man's responsibility to be the full sole provider. She refused to work at all. He was college educated, had a good career. He made what I would consider decent money. He made somewhere between 70, 80, maybe a little bit more, $1,000 a year. Throughout the years, though, they struggled just financially. Like I said, she refused to get a job. They stayed in an apartment because they couldn't find a house that was in a neighborhood that they wanted to live in. So they just stayed in an apartment so they can stay within a neighborhood they wanted to live in. Whenever there was issues that arise, they ended up going into debt because they didn't have the money to save for a rainy day. And throughout that time, she refused to work because it was his responsibility. Today, they're divorced. If the idea of going 50-50 is appalling to you today, it's because you lack financial literacy and probably financial stability, or you're looking for a transactional relationship, i.e., a sugar daddy. There's a lot of reasons why this idea is unsustainable, but I'll start with the most obvious reason. That's the economy. Most people cannot afford to live a comfortable life on one income. I make over 6 figures and I'm not able to be the sole provider. But slow down before you start to talk about me, because let me fully explain what being a sole provider means. Being a sole provider means you are able to pay for the past, the present, and the future. The past represents all of the debt that you've incurred, car loans, credit card loans, student loans, all the stupid shit you did in your 20s. The present includes paying for, yes, your rent and mortgage and lights and gas and water and food and stuff like that. But it also comes with your medical insurance, dental insurance, vision, home insurance, car insurances, and then all of the leisure stuff from Saturday date nights or just out with the family to going to Disney. Then you have to pay for the future, which includes your IRA, your retirement plans, your 401k, life insurance, whole and term if you have it. And if you have kids, I want you to multiply all of those expenses by the number of kids you have. I have 4. So let's be honest. Most of us cannot afford to be a sole provider. And let's be more honest. Most of us that claim to have money are just scammers. Paying for hair, nails, and feet does not make you a sole provider. We have to begin to have more mature conversations about finance.
You can aspire to be 50-50, but there are going to be some times where mentally I'm not all the way there and I can only give you 20%. So as my lover, I kind of need you to pull that 80%. And when you're at 20, I'm going to pull that 80%. We want to be 50-50. You're here, I'm here. But reality, you're not always going to be there because shit happens.
Thanks.
You know
I
what I
agree to
mean?
that. So I look at it like
Pretty much like y'all. So basically, together we need to be 100%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we'll figure out how that percentage add up
Exactly.
between both. And for different situations, the percentage will vary.
Right, but that's where I'm so adamant about communication.
Communication is key.
This is how I know that I'm in the twilight zone, because we have a generation of men today where they get mad at women for being independent and they don't create the space for a man to feel needed. Yet those same men also get mad at women for not entertaining the whole 50-50 narrative. Like, do you understand how insidious and how diabolical that is? That's like telling a woman, fellas, how dare you be independent and you don't allow me to take care of you halfway? Like, that is that makes my head hurt. That makes my head hurt, dog, because the fact that I have 2 daughters and a son with my wife, and the fact that my daughters are growing up in this generation of men that think this way is nasty work, bruh. It is a new level of diabolical behavior and the thought process that I never thought I would see. Jesus need to come down right now on a chariot. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but man, I'm thinking about my daughters when I don't know, dude. It's not really the 50-50 thing. It's really more so a mindset that y'all really don't understand that you're exposing these women to. You're basically telling her, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to stay right here, low vibration, and I want you to join me. I'm not going to try to increase my money, my bank account. I'm not going to try to increase my effort. I'm not going to try to increase the quality of life. I want you to be right here with me halfway. That's what you're telling women. Golly, I'm in the twilight zone. Ungodly sassiness at its finest. Stop it.
Black men only go 50-50 with black women. Y'all can disagree all y'all want. I don't care. These are the facts. When a black man dates outside his race, he paid for the whole thing. I don't care. When you see a black man with a Latina, he paying for everything and her kids. He fly her ass straight in from Colombia, and the only word she know is money. That's it. But he don't care. He gonna pay for it. Why? Because them BBLs ain't cheap, and them purses ain't cheap, and that hair ain't free. No cap. Why does he do it? Because she's exotic. Straight up. She ain't from here. If it ain't foreign, it's boring.
Why we go 50-50? So I got my own trucking business, and I feel like I should pay all the bills. Mm-hmm. Trina's a stay-at-home wife, so she takes care of everything at home. She takes care of our daughter. She cooks.
He cooks sometimes too, though.
Then sometimes, really it ain't. Sometimes it's all the time. I wash the dishes too when I come home.
Like after I get done cooking, or whenever you get done cooking too, you just wash dishes.
Damn. Yeah, I do that.
But I clean the house. Well, I clean downstairs and he clean upstairs. I sweep, he mop.
Damn.
He also paid a car note on both of our cars.
Yeah, I paid a car note on both of our cars. I paid a life insurance too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, is it 50-50? Is it 50-50?
I mean, we do everything 50-50. The only thing that you really take care of is like all the financial stuff.
I pay the internet, but she helped remind me about paying the internet.
Yeah,
so that's 50-50, I guess.
Yeah, because his mom be slipping sometimes. He also washed our cars, and he washed our animals too. He walked them as well and feed them. You happy though, right?
What?
You happy?
Yeah.
He also goes shopping for me. Every time he goes shopping for himself, he goes shopping for me. I don't really go shopping for him. I don't think I really buy him his socks and underwear. For real.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really celebrate holidays, so I don't buy him nothing, but he buy me something because he celebrates holidays, like Valentine's, birthdays, Christmas. I don't believe in those holidays, but he do. So he always splurge out on me. You good, babe?
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm counting.
But that's why we go 50-50, because it kind of helps relieve the stress on both ends.
Now I think about it, we don't even eat here for real. We really go out to eat. Whenever I come home from work, you make me go out to get food for us.
Cause I be dealing with Patricia. I be tired.
You be dealing with our daughter?
Yeah. I be dealing with our daughter. That's why I be tired. And that's why we go 50-50.
This is not a new discussion of 50-50 relationships. However, there is a trend happening right now on TikTok where women are telling their men, like, hey, I can't pay for the groceries this month, or hey, I can't pay my half of the rent this month. And you can see there are some men that are surprised that this is happening, or maybe they're proud to skit and they're going, well, you never pay for that and you don't have to, right? And then there are others that are really having problems with this scenario because they need their partner to come through with the 50-50 when it comes to the money aspect. Now, here's what I'm thinking when it comes to these conversations. I do see a distinction between those that I would say are in poverty, whether it's their mindset or actually really struggling, and they need help with their basic day-to-day living essentials like their rent or their mortgage, their debt payments, their food and utilities. And they're really focused on relationships and the money component of, hey, instead of getting a roommate, they are looking at their partner or their spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, to come through financially. Whereas those that are in an abundance mindset, or they don't really need the help with those essentials, are really focusing on the relationship and what both partners bring to the relationships outside of the money aspect. Because people are talking and really focused on the money, which is a big reason why, when you look at marriage in the United States, that's a big reason why a lot of people get divorced. However, the relationship itself, people may think about building families, when you're talking to folks that are not in that need, I need help, I need support, I need someone to help pay these bills. They're thinking about building the family. They're thinking about creating a peaceful home environment. They're thinking about emotional support and, the gratitude that someone has, their partner, I would say the woman, in a lot of these conversations. Now, I am including those that are, with the same sex because, there's still that dynamic of looking at one partner who is going to kind of hold things down from the financial front, keeping stability going, and then the other partner that is bringing a lot of these other attributes of being happy and making sure the home is happy. Like, hey, as long as my partner's happy, the home is going to be nice. They're going to be keeping up the home. They're going to just make my everyday life a lot easier. So, hey, yeah, I'm going to work and I'm bringing home, quote unquote, the bacon, but there's a lot of things that I'm leaning on them to do that may not be as obvious or may not be just focused on money. So I think that's an interesting thing that a lot of folks are not talking about. There's kind of this focus on, oh, the woman isn't bringing anything to the relationship, but really, women typically bring a lot more than just, hey, I went out and work and I brought home some money for us, right? They're typically there for emotional support. They're there creating and enhancing the home. They're actually bringing in a lot of life and social aspects to the home as well. And a lot of things, I probably won't even be able to list them all here because a lot of it most people don't even think of. Like, even if you think about as a child and how you lived in your home, if you did have a more traditional dynamic with your parents, there's a lot of things that your mother probably did that you can't even name, but it just made the home more comfortable for you and helped you thrive into the adult you are today. And the same with if you took the husband angle with looking at their wife, there's a lot of support that likely that woman gives a man, and men may not notice it until you take that away, right? There's kind of this trend that happens when a man is married once and they go ahead and get married again because, oh, now they kind of see what value the woman in the home has, whether they're working or not. There's also the topic of relationships where there is this dynamic where both partners are working and there's kind of the distinction of duties in the home and all of these different boundaries that are set and what's your role. Whereas other relationships, maybe there is a distinction of, hey, we kind of pay what we can each month and we fill in wherever the need is, even with the home duties, with cleaning and cooking and caregiving and all of these different things, right? From my view, listen, what works for you works for you. I don't feel like we have to, just because something is trending, make other people do things a certain way in their relationships. People need different things in relationships. People are looking for different things in a relationship. And so there is not this one size fit all when it comes to relationships. Now, me personally, there's certain standards that I have and what I'm looking for in a partner that may not match someone else's. I think that's fine.
Say we going 50-50. As a man, if you're going 50-50 with your woman, and then she's taking care of the house, she's taking care of the kids, she's cleaning up, cooking the meals, are y'all really going 50-50 at that point? You're not going 50-50. So that's where I could understand the gripe of some women, because it's like, how are we going to go 50-50 on bills and nothing else? No responsibility in the houses. That don't make no sense. So you can't be a dirty ass and going 50-50. You can't be in that don't take care of his kids and going 50-50. You can't be in that don't ever cook a meal sometimes and be going 50-50, because you're going to have to pick up sometimes where she falls off. If you're truly going 50-50, that means splitting responsibilities 50-50. You get what I'm saying? So, and just even minus that, as a bachelor, as a man, you have to know how to cook, clean, and you feel what I'm saying? And take care of yourself. You don't know how to do that, then you're not ready for a partner, period. You're looking for a mommy, or you're looking for a daddy. And that's a big problem that we have, is we're looking for a mother. We're looking for a father in these relationships. And these people cannot be that for you. They cannot be a mother for you. They cannot be a father for you. Men want a housemaid, a mom, to just, you know what I mean, deal with their tantrums, clean up after them, and not give them no shit. That's what a mom do. Women want a dad. Same thing. Women want a dude that's gonna put up with their attitudes, with their outbursts, and just take care of all the bills.